Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Scorpio Scriptures podcast. We have a new microphone. I am currently out here in Asia. Do you guys like the new microphone? You gotta pay an arm and a leg to get this type of stuff. I had to go to the back alley, cross a river and jump through the Nile River, escape some crocodiles, just to get this microphone for you. And today we are going to answer someone's question. So if you have a question, you can submit it on scorpioscriptures.com. Now, this person's name starts with an M. I don't know if they want to remain anonymous. Let's get right into it. scorpioscriptures.com to ask your question for free, or go to the link in the description. I'm assuming she says, why my Scorpio moon man crush gives me mixed signals. Sometimes he sees my WhatsApp status and but now he's totally just ignoring me and does not see my status anymore. Why? Okay. So I'm going to give you multiple answers on this question, and I'm going to break it down. So we're going to start with what we can just say are the practical answers, and then after this I'm going to give you the Master J answer. So the practical answer, let's see. Why does Scorpio Moon Man give me mixed signals? Sometimes he sees my WhatsApp status and but now he just totally ignores me. So we see the practical answer could be the man is just busy. The other part is the man could be playing games with you. Yeah, could be busy, could be playing games with you. Those are the two practical answers, right? Sometimes we focus on things and somebody else is focusing on a different thing and we just have no idea. That's a practical answer, right? That's something that your girlfriend would give you. Oh girl, whatever, just see, it might not be nothing, blah 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 blah. Right, Becky? Yada 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 yada. Excuse me. Now I'm gonna give you a Master J answer, and this is actually gonna really help you deeper into your situation. Let me drink a little water before I begin. Okay. So of course, the first two things might be an option. It might not even be a big deal to him, and he might not even notice. Now, if I really were to break down the situation, say we were working together, because you're on scorpioscriptures.com, you're asking questions, maybe you want some coaching. Here is the answer from a spiritual aspect. First, let's break it down. Scorpio Moon Man, they have a deep inner world. Yeah, they have a deep inner world. But the second thing that sticks out to me from this question is you were saying this man is your crush and he gives you mixed signals. So anytime we have a crush, right? We tend to put this person on a pedestal. And if you're dealing with Scorpio Moon Man, these men, right? The inner world is prone to the use of power and very strong, in this sense, abuse of power could be, depending on how developed or spiritually developed the man you are dealing with. Anytime we have a crush, we are pedestalizing somebody and we sort of idealize them. And oftentimes in these situations, right? What is it saying? Like, you should always like someone who likes you, but when you like somebody too much, on a subtle level, we can always kind of feel. This is why people end up in the friend zone. This is why we have crushes, right? Because you tend to put the crush on the pedestal. So he's sending you mixed signals because when you have a crush on someone, those people tend to know. And having a crush on someone usually gives off a more needy energy, right? Needy energy. So we're gonna keep on going. Sometimes he sees my WhatsApp status and but now he totally just ignores me and does not see my status anymore. So what you are dealing with, or what I can see, what I would guess in this situation you're dealing with, would be some sort of power dynamic, because you're giving your focus and attention and energy and validation to this man. Now, how would I come to fix this? So what is the breakdown here? The breakdown is that you're telling me this man is your crush. Do you ever know that when like somebody likes you a lot, you tend to like them less? And part of it is because you can get a sense that they really want your validation, they really want your approval, and also is that they're coming from a place of lack, and they also idealize you. The worst thing to happen in a relationship is when another person idealizes the other, because then that person is falling in love with a imaginatory image of that person, right? That person idealizes the person, and he or she doesn't see the real person. He or she sees really a reflection of the lack of love that they are feeling within, and they're seeing this idealized perfect version of a person, and they're not even falling for that person. They're projecting something that they feel in their mind or in their head or in their heart onto this person. And that is why oftentimes you can get things like mixed signals, right? Because you said this person is your crush. You get things like mixed signals or totally ignoring. It's because you have to see this on a spiritual plane, on an energetic plane. The energy of wanting somebody else's validation or attention and being confused over it is the thing that pushes you away. It's because we want something from other people. Suggestion, if you really want to figure the situation out, is to stop idealizing this man, and you'll have to do some inner work and to make sure that this man is no longer your crush. And the ideal and the feelings, and when you look at him and what you see in him and that feeling that you are getting in the external is now pay attention here. Of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. Only do what you want. Disclaimer. Yeah. What you want to begin doing is look at him and see the characteristics that you see in him, and what is it that makes you feel this way? What is it that makes you feel this love? And then now what you want to do is start to do some inner work and to see, why don't you feel that love already in yourself, and why is an external person showing you something that may be reflecting within? And sometimes it might be a feeling of not being satisfied with your life, looking for something on the external world to give you fulfillment. Why is it that him ignoring you bothers you so much, and you start to find deeper things in this? And then what I would want you to do is to begin to feel this love within you, especially at night, especially in the morning before you go to sleep. This will really help you shift into a higher version of yourself. When you begin to feel this love that you see in him and bring it back into you, you're bringing your attention and you're bringing your love back into yourself. You should be the one you're crushing on, because you are the one that's always loved, right? You shouldn't be giving your love out to other people. First, you should give it out onto yourself. This is why these power dynamics develop in relationships, right? This is why people have what they call like people in the friend zone and all this stuff, because they kind of enjoy getting free attention, and the other person's always reaching for someone. If you have someone that you're always reaching for in love and relationships, and they have power over you like this, it's an unhealthy dynamic that you're bringing out onto yourself and you're bringing out into the world. So take this love back and take this energy back and start to feel this love within yourself. And now what's going to happen when you make this man no longer your crush, but you take the energy that you're expending and bring it back on yourself, the love, the person that you are will shift. And maybe you'll see that this man is actually toxic, right? Because this dynamic sounds like it's a little toxic already. Maybe he will be the right person for you. Maybe he won't. But the place you're coming from is not ideal for love and relationships. You take it back and hold all the energy within self. Make space for the love within self, and don't give it out to the external world. And then maybe you'll see if he falls away or if he comes back. This is kind of how this works on a spiritual sense. So that's my Master J answer. The practical answer is, oh girl, he might just be busy, yada yada yada. Or maybe he's playing games with you. It's a power dynamic. But on a deeper level, on a spiritual level, human beings, whether we admit it or not, we all have a spiritual and psychic sense. Especially if this man is Scorpio moon, they tend to have a deep inner world. So likely he knows what's going on. And it may be a psychological game, or you might be just overreacting. But in the case of this is you don't control him. You control the way you feel about him, and you control the way you feel and react to these current situations. And when you begin to shift this version of yourself, because certainly it's causing you mental turmoil, into where you don't have a crush anymore. That love of crushing on somebody else is put back into you. And when you put that back into you, you'll see a huge and major shift. Okay? So if you're listening to this, check out scorpioscriptures.com. You want to ask your question about whatever you need, and you can go check us out on the live streams. We have a schedule. Be sure to sign up for that, and I'll be answering more questions. Thank you. The person's name starts with the M for your question. I hope this helps, okay?